I've been putting the Pixel 8 Pro through its paces for the past 3 months now, and I have quite a bit to say about Google's latest flagship, especially since the recent launches of the Galaxy S24 Ultra and the OnePlus 12. Let's get into it in my long-term review of the Pixel 8 Pro. When it was launched, I said it was going to be the de facto Android phone of the year, but some major competition has been launched these last few weeks. So do I think the Pixel 8 Pro is still the Android phone to beat? Well, now things are a little bit more complicated. First, let's get into my experience over these last few months. This year, there's been quite a bit of improvement on the hardware front. The hardware is more refined, more dialed in. The build materials, the feel in the hand, the improved display, the haptics, everything is just more refined. It felt like this year, a high priority was placed on improving the hardware, and I believe it paid off. Let's talk about the display. The display is one of the key areas this year that you can see the improvement. The Pixel 8 Pro's new 6.7-inch flat display now gets brighter than ever. This is the brightest display that Google has ever shipped on a device. With a peak brightness of 2400 nits, the display is bright, bold, beautiful, and a joy to use. And this year, the display ranks second only to the Galaxy S24 Ultra on the DxOMark's display rankings. And with that peak brightness, there are no issues using this display outdoors. It gets more than bright enough for you to easily see the display in bright sunlight. Not something we can say about all previous Pixels. So kudos to you, Google, for finally matching Samsung in outdoor brightness. Performance. The Pixel 8 Pro is Google's flagship in its smartphone lineup. So you're getting Google's most powerful hardware and their most powerful offering to date. So the Pixel 8 Pro's performance is buttery smooth. No stuttering, no lag, just a smooth, lag-free experience. Despite what you may hear about Google's silicon, the Tensor G3 performs great in everyday usage. Sure, if you benchmark a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, you'll see the difference in performance numbers, but use them side by side and you would hardly tell the difference. And battery life compared to my older generation Pixels, like the Pixel 6 Pro and last year's Pixel Fold, has been quite improved. The Tensor G3 has better thermals than those two devices, and I can get through the day with plenty of juice to spare, which is a major improvement over those devices. And part of the reason why performance and battery life has been so improved is because the optimized software that Pixel runs, the Pixel UI, and all the added AI features. Yes, this year's Pixel, a large focus is on AI and how AI can make this device more intuitive, easier to use. And Pixels have always been great with nice little touches, such as call screen, hold for me, and all the voice dictation and voice translation features you get with the Recorder app. There are just so many nice software touches that have now been taken to a whole nother level with all the extra added AI features. From the camera app, to the phone app, to even Gboard, they've just filled this device to the brim with AI features, and you gotta love it. And it just makes your experience with the device so much more fun. And one of the main areas where they put a lot of focus on AI is with the camera. As you know, if you're a Pixel fan, or if you've heard about Pixels before from friends or family that have them, the camera experience is second to none. And this year they've added some additional features to make your camera experience even more enjoyable. Google wants people to take pictures and videos and actually enjoy the photography experience on their devices. So now with the added Magic Editor, Super Res Zoom, Audio Magic Eraser, Real Tone, the best take feature that allows you to get the best take of every person in a group photo and stitch it together to make the perfect photo, video boost, photo unblur, and the list goes on and on and on. All this just makes for an incredible camera experience. That all leads into that refined and simplified Pixel UI. As I said earlier, when Google launched the Pixel 8 series this year, I felt that this should be the de facto Android phone of the year. What that means is the Pixels are the iPhones of the Android world. And all that has to do with the software, especially with the added AI features like Summarize and Recorder, the Smart Replies and Gboard, clear calling technology, as well as clear calling technology when using the Pixel Buds Pro, which utilize the ultra wideband Bluetooth stack, dock scanner in the camera, the built-in VPN, call screen and hold for me, and the newly added circle to search. So you put all those things together, you kind of see where I'm going with my experience over the past 3 months. But there are some things that I don't like about the device. Let's get into those real quick. The first thing that really sticks out that irks me about this device, and I have to say shame on Google, shame on you Google, with the Pixel 8 series being your flagship device and how much you prioritize improving the hardware on so many aspects of the device. Why is it that we still can't get a decent under-display fingerprint sensor? This is still one of the slowest optical fingerprint sensors. Yes, it does work, but you have to hold your finger down a beat longer than you do on other devices. I'm hoping that on the upcoming Pixel 9 series, they finally address this. My second dislike, the temperature sensors is useless. Yes, they finally added the ability to take a human's temperature with this sensor, but it kind of feels like an afterthought. When people buy the Pixel 8 Pro, I don't think anyone is going into buying it. They're saying, yes, we have a temperature sensor. It just feels like a throw-in added, just to say, here's another feature on our Pro device. Third, and it's not really a big deal, but I do notice the Tensor G3 does get warmer to the touch, especially when compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. So at times, I've noticed some extra warmth, even when I'm not doing anything crazy. But you do really feel it if you're using Google Maps and if you're gaming. It doesn't affect performance. It's just something that I noticed that I don't really like. Hopefully that gets addressed with the Tensor G4 processor on the Pixel 9 series. So let's get into my list of likes. 1. Starting with the Pixel 8 series, Google is now offering 7 years of system and software support. So if your hardware lasts you that long, and we see this in many cases with iPhone users who have their devices for an extended period of time and still receiving software updates from Apple, now we can finally say us on the Android side have devices that have long-term software support. Good on you, Google. Second, the screen. As I said earlier, this display is the best display Google has shipped, and it makes all the difference in the world, especially the fact that they moved back into the flat display panels for their Pro devices. So that display is a major win. Next, snappiness. And going in and out of the UI is so super fast, super quick, no lag, no stuttering. And all that kind of ties into my next like, and that's the Pixel UI. Pixel's user interface is optimized for smooth usage, but also it's meant to be very intuitive for the user. And you can see that in every aspect of the device, whether it's the camera, whether it's the phone, whether it's just communicating and messaging and email and typing in Gboard and taking voice notes and recording in the recorder. And the added AI features are just icing on the cake. Next, the cameras. This year, Google updated every camera sensor. So they've improved upon the already great camera experience that you get with Pixel devices and took it to a whole nother level. And because of the improved front-facing camera, now it can be utilized for Class 3 biometric services. So that means now, with this camera, you can actually sign into your secure banking apps. With the last few Pixel series, you couldn't utilize Face Unlock to sign into your banking apps. Now you can. Now let's get into my thoughts on this device in 2024 versus the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the OnePlus 12. So all of these devices have something different to bring to the table. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is a hardware beast, and the focus has always been on the hardware. You're gonna get the best screen you can get on the standard slab style mobile device. You're gonna get a stylus. You're gonna get top-notch internals. You're gonna get the most internal storage. And Samsung is gonna throw everything but the kitchen sink into this device. So as a pro user that's looking for stylus support and looking for those features that come with that and the added bells and whistles that Samsung adds to the Ultra series in their One UI, that's something completely different than what you get with the Pixel 8 Pro. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is meant to satisfy the biggest of spec heads, which is why it also costs a few $100s more than a Pixel 8 Pro. Pixel devices are meant to be very intuitive and make everything easy to use for that user. It's not looking to overcomplicate and throw extra things at you that you may only use 2% of the time over the life of the device. Everything is meant to make your everyday life with the device easier and not overcomplicate things. And that's what I love about Pixels. And that's why to this day, for someone who's the average smartphone user, if they ask me what device they should get, my first recommendation is always a Pixel. Now the OnePlus 12 is also another great device. Their approach is a little different than Samsung and Google's. This year the OnePlus 12 is the value proposition of flagships. They're undercutting the price of the S24 Ultra and the Pixel 8 Pro, but offering you top-notch hardware. They have great cameras, the fastest wired and wireless charging out there, a great screen, but there's a but. I'm not the biggest fan of their UI. They have added some nice features and nice touches, but their UI tends to be a little buggy. And the fact that the device is not offered by any carrier. In the past, OnePlus devices have had some wonkiness when it came to cellular service. The OnePlus 12 is still a great device. So the Pixel 8 Pro would be my recommendation for the everyday average smartphone user who loves a great point and shoot camera that you can be confident that 99.9% of the time when you take a shot on the Pixel 8 Pro's camera, you're gonna get a great picture. Now for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, if you're a power user and you want the top of the line hardware and all the bells and whistles that Samsung offers with their devices, including stylus support and all extra added software features that their One UI offers, then the S24 Ultra is for you. Also this year, Samsung is matching Google with their long-term software support. So now Samsung is offering 7 years of software support on their latest Galaxy S24 series devices. So that's another plus for Samsung. I believe OnePlus is only offering 3 years of support. So that's something to also consider when purchasing your devices. So for me, although I'm a power user, the Pixel is my device of choice. Especially this year, the improved hardware, as well as the additional AI and software features, all that comes together to make this the best Pixel yet. So that's why, if you're asking about the standard slab style smartphone, then the Pixel 8 Pro is my device of choice. The Pixel 8 Pro has been a great daily driver, and I would recommend it to anyone looking for a reliable, easy to use smartphone with great cameras and smart, intuitive features that just make your device more enjoyable to use. The device offers the best camera system, the most user-friendly UI. So if you're happy with the standard slab style smartphone, you'll be happy with the Pixel 8 Pro. Although the OnePlus 12 does undercut the price of the Pixel 8 Pro and the Galaxy S24 Ultra, the Pixel 8 Pro is regularly on sale. So I'll leave links in the description for all 3 devices with the best prices. But for me, I'm a foldables guy, and my sim has been waiting to jump back into the Pixel Fold. But what are your thoughts? Which device do you prefer? Are you a power user in the Galaxy S24 Ultra camp? Or are you a value proposition person looking at the OnePlus 12? Or do you like what the Pixels have to offer? Or are you like me and you're just looking for the best foldable for you? Let's discuss in the comment section below. And if this video helped you make your decision for your next device, please smash that like, subscribe, and notification icon to be notified the next time I drop another video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.